In last week's state quarterfinal game against Summit Christian, a nightmare scenario unfolded for Falcons fans as All-State quarterback Tyler Bax went down on the team's first drive with a head injury. But never fear, Mr. Excitement was here. The Falcons' secret weapon, 0011, all 5'7", 135 pounds of sophomore quarterback Bo Burr. He took the controls. On his first carry, he ran in the Falcons' first of many scores from 16 yards out. Next, Burr took to the air. And boy, did he. 8 for 8 for 174 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 to Brady Dapkus and 1 to Hayden Lackman. He also gained 66 yards on 8 carries as the Falcons cruised to a 59-7 victory over a young, talented Eagles squad. And it was on to the Class II Final Four. In today's semifinal, there are a lot of obstacles for the Falcons to overcome: the travel, the weather, and most importantly, another extremely talented bunch of Eagles, this time from Liberty High School. The Eagles' attack is keyed by a freshman quarterback and a bevy of talented pass catchers and runners. But the real strength of this team may be the defense. The Eagles last week pinned down no less than the Lamar Tigers in a 12-7 slugfest that advanced the Eagles to their first ever state semifinal. This is Dick Aldrich along with Ed Kniest, and we are live in Mountain View. Can the Falcons survive the sloppy conditions and fly on to another state title game? Or will the Eagles take the next step and move on in their best season ever? We're about to find out. I'm about to say something I've never said before. Welcome to Shannon County. It's the Eagles, it's the Falcons, it's the state semifinals next on MidMoSports Online.
Oh yeah.
With any of the other liberties that you know, because we are here and we are ready to go. More of the BLAIR OAKS Falcons. This is the way they will line up. On defense, let's look at the defense. Carson Luebbering is a senior at 6'1", 265 pounds. He's one of the tackles. The other tackle is Gage Leffert, a senior at 6 foot and 200 pounds. The defensive ends, one will be, we think, Mason Davis. He's a junior at 5'11", 190 pounds. Otherwise, we'll see James Roneman, who's trying to shake off a shoulder injury. He's a junior at 6'2", 190 pounds. And I should also mention the other defensive end will be Zane West. He's a junior at 5'10", 225 pounds. The outside linebackers, Wyatt Libbert, a junior at 6'4", 200 pounds, and Carson Verslues, the team's leading tackler. He's at the left outside linebacker. He's a junior at 5'10", 170 pounds. Jace Chouinard is the middle linebacker. He's a senior at 5'10", 165 pounds. In the defensive backfield, the corners will be Sam Closser, a senior at 5'7", 145 pounds. The other corner will be Shay Linhart. He is a senior at 5'10", 175 pounds. Warren Davis is a safety. He is a senior at 5'11", 190 pounds. The other safety will be Austin Nilges. He's a senior at 5'9", 155 pounds. We will also see in the defensive backfield from time to time Vander Halford. He is a junior at 6'2", 190 pounds. And we will also see Sam Weber, a junior at 5'8", and 150 pounds. Time now to take a look at Setting the Scene, being brought to you by Bryden, Swearingen in England, the law firm there. And here is Ed Kniest.
Thank you, Dick. The coin toss was already taken place, and the Falcons have won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half, and they will be starting out on defense, and they will be going, in the first quarter, they will be going left to right. So Liberty will start off. We'll see that Liberty offense to get going here, and the Falcons have got their final instructions from head coach Kevin Page. They come out on the field. As Dick said, it's field's in pretty good shape concerning all the rough weather we've had lately, but when you get in the middle of the field from about the 40 to the 25 on each side, that's where it gets a little dicey. They put out some quick dry, so see if that helps. But anyway, the Falcons are ready. They're lined up. And they are in their traditional road white, green sleeves, and the green helmet with the white Falcon. Meanwhile, Liberty is in royal blue jerseys and pants, white numerals, and a red helmet with their numerals in royal blue on one side, and the Liberty Eagles signal on the other side. And here's the kick, and with the call, Dick Aldridge, the voice of the Falcons.
And there's a ball, but drive just barely got in the end zone. Oh my, that ball rolled past the Liberty Eagles and died, and I mean, it just touched the goal line for a touchback. The freshman, Toon, is the quarterback. That is Graham Toon. They move a man in motion, now back to the left side, and on first down they hand off to Rutledge, the big running back, and he thumps his way up the middle, gets out across the 20-yard line to about the 22-yard line, and we would expect to see a lot of Mr. Rutledge here today. It's his kind of weather, the big running back for Liberty Eagles.
Yeah, and if they can get some good footing, either team.
That's going to be Sawyer Morris, and on second down, high snap comes in, and he heads off to a runner in the backfield, and he is snowed under, back for a loss right in the middle of the field at about the 21-yard line. Wyatt Libbert and Gage West in there on the tackle, and they hand the ball off to Kyle Roberts, and Roberts got nothing, actually lost about a yard on the play.
Yeah, they brought Roberts in motion, and he lined up quickly in the backfield for that handoff. And we're going to see, even though the conditions may be tough today, I expect to see the Eagles come out with a little bit of trickeration every once in a while, trying to get it on jet sweeps and things to their talented receiver corps.
Three receivers wide left, single receiver right. Now they'll move a man in motion out to the left side of the offense. They got it to Toon, and Parker Toon maybe only got a yard on the tunnel screen. They had a bunch of blockers out in front of him, but the Falcons were there to make the stop. Vander Halford along with Gage Leffert and Wyatt Libbert on the tackle there for the Falcons. A gain of about 3 yards on the play, and that will bring up a fourth down and punting situation, you would think.
Yeah, they're calling it a 4th and 8.
Lackman is the slot to the right side. Three receivers wide left as they empty the backfield on first down from the near hash mark as the Falcons go from left to right. Bax takes the snap, looks to his left and keeps it up the middle. There goes Tyler, breaks the tackle to the 25 and dives forward. Heads to about the 20-yard line. Tyler Bax on the quarterback draw, picks up 15 yards. Receivers wide to the right side. Dapkus is nearest to the line of scrimmage. As Bax looks to his right and keeps up the middle. He runs over a man, and that was Toon. And he drove him down back inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Give a gain of 6 yards to Bax that time. We'll bring up a third down and 2.
Yeah, one reason we may be seeing a lot of Tyler Bax running this afternoon is just because he gets the ball in his hands. It's a lot easier than trying to mess with a handoff, especially as the ball gets muddy and waterlogged.
On third down and 2, Bax moves Lackman in motion to the left side. Bax keeps it himself up the middle. He's going to get the first down, dives inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line on the far hash mark, a gain of 4 yards and a first down for the BLAIR OAKS Falcons. So it's been all Tyler Bax early on here this afternoon.
And Tyler is probably about the only guy on the Falcons that his uniform is already covered in mud.
From the shotgun.
Oh, we got a man jumping offsides.
And he ran over the center there. First quarter of play. Lackman off to the right. And he hands off to Lackman. And Lackman is diving for the end zone. And he's in for a touchdown. Touchdown Falcons. 8:08 to play in the first quarter. The Falcons strike first as Hayden Lackman goes into the end zone from 5 yards out. And the BLAIR OAKS Falcons open the early lead at 6-0.
Falcons softening up the Eagle defense with nothing but Tyler Bax, and they give it to Hayden Lackman for the final push.
Sam Weber to hold for Jag Holloway as the Falcons try to find some footing to kick this extra point. Let's see how this works out. High snap, ball down, kick is a low line drive, but it goes through. At 8:08 to play in the first quarter, it is BLAIR OAKS 7 and Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Mountain View after this timeout on MidMoSportsOnline.com. Graham Toon on first down. Hands off up the middle to Rutledge, and he tries to push the pile, and he does out across the 35 down to about the 36-yard line. And they'll mark him at the 38. So a gain of 2 yards on the play for Rutledge. And from time to time, you may hear our friends from KWOS on their broadcast as well, because we're sitting shoulder to shoulder with them here, because we're not going outside. Second down and 8 for Liberty as they turn and they hand to Rutledge again, and he stood up. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. The green wave in white today.
I don't know.
Running over the man in the backfield.
I don't know if he got back to the original line of scrimmage. It looks like they're going to move him back to the 36, Nick.
Yep, Luebbering leading the tackles, big red there, and a loss of 2 yards on the play, so it'll bring up now a third down and 10 from the 36-yard line on the near hash mark as Liberty going from right to left. Graham Toon calls for the ball, rolls to his right, wants to throw, sets his feet, now he's going to have to step up, and he's going to get knocked off his feet, throws at the last minute, threw it out of bounds, as he was being spun in the turf by the Falcons. Jace Chouinard had him by the leg, and was not going to give up. He thought it was a turkey leg, he was after it, boys. 3 receivers wide left, Bax takes the snap, he's got time to throw down the middle, half down, it's to the 45-40 inside Mountain View territory. At the 40-yard line.
Our first Brady Dapkus sighting of the day.
23 yards on the completion to number 23, Brady Dapkus.
And that'll be the third first down of the quarter and the game so far for the Falcons.
Just a pass straight down the middle. The ball's on the near hash mark at the 40 of Mountain View Liberty. On first and 10, Bax looks to his left, swing pass left side to Dapkus. Dapkus down the sidelines, trying to get to the sidelines. He's going to come up just short of the 35-yard line, maybe down to the 36, as Rutledge is over there on the tackle for Liberty.
That little swing pass, that's something to...
And it'll bring up now a fourth down and 5 for the Falcons from the Liberty 35-yard line.
Now, in that last play, they had Brenden Rackers coming underneath on the ball to him, who would have been able to get the first down, but that's always something to remember for later on.
Bax, quick and swing pass to the left side. He's got the first down as it's Dapkus making the catch, and he dives inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. So a gain of 7 yards on the play and a first down for the Falcons.
You miss it, you're giving the other team good field position.
Bax looked to his left and then kept the ball up the middle, dives inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Give them a gain of 5 yards on first down. His ball's on the far hash mark as the Falcons go from left to right here in the first quarter of play. Fifth carry, 32 yards now for Tyler Bax. As they have tandem receivers to the right side, Lackman in the wing to the right side. He creeps into the backfield, and they hand off to Hayden, and Hayden tries to push the pile. He's got to about the 20-yard line. He's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. Give him a gain of 3, and it'll bring up now. So third down and 7. Bax retreats into the backfield, getting ready for the shotgun snap. As he's looking to the right, now he's going to keep it himself up the middle. Jumps over a man at the 20. He's got the first down to the 15, inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. As a 12-yard gain by Tyler Bax and a first down for the Falcons at the 13-yard line.
First down number 5 of the game for the Falcons.
And it's a turnover on down by the Falcons with 1:31 to play in the first quarter, and the Falcons up by a 7-0 score. First down and 10 for Liberty, and now they are going to have a tight formation here as they run the fake to the right side and Toon going to try to the left side, and the Falcons are going to pull it down back at the 10-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, and it was Vander Halford on the tackle there for the Falcons.
As we always say, it's hard to run wide on the Falcons.
4 receivers in a bunch to the right side.
Looks like a diamond package.
And they throw it underneath, and it's almost intercepted. Jumping in front over on that side.
Carson jumps up and starts motioning. It should be a pass interference, but I don't think he's going to get any sympathy from the official.
I think it was Zane West, and I would have gotten after that ball because I think that was a backwards pass.
Yeah.
And West stepped in front of the intended receiver and knocked the ball down. And it's going to be a third down at about 11 from the 10-yard line. The Falcons have sniffed that out, and Zane West came flying through the the 4 blockers.
So let's see what they're...
This is it with the end. Well,
no, we're not. We must have a timeout.
Liberty is going to take a timeout here with 42.4 seconds to go in the first quarter. BLAIR OAKS 7, Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. Back at Liberty High School, this for the 3rd down and 11 for Liberty. Leverage to the right of the quarterback, Graham Toon. And 3 receivers wide to the right side. Toon underneath. There's the screen pass, and it's just wide open. He's got nothing but green grass in front of him. Sam Closser got over to knock his legs out. See, if they mark him at the 20, he's going to be short of the first down.
The Falcons blitz with
1 quarter in the books here at Liberty High School in Mountain View. BLAIR OAKS Falcons lead Liberty by the score of 7-0 on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Mountain View after this timeout. We start the second quarter. The Falcons now going from right to left. They're on the far hash mark, leading 7-0 here in the state semifinal game. Swing pass right side goes to Dapkus. His feet slip as he starts up the field, and he's only going to get about 3 yards on the play. It's just a quick swing pass out to Dapkus, and Brady going to get 3 yards on the play.
There are other games going on around the state in semifinals. Class 1, Tipton is at West Platte, and in the first quarter, that game is scoreless. And Haytai in the southeast Missouri has traveled to the west part of the state to take on Putnam County, and it's 14-7 in the first quarter for Haytai.
On second down, Bax keeps it right up the middle, and there he goes. He's to the 25 and wrestled down in the mud at the 22-yard line, right in the middle of the field as Tyler Bax bursts up the middle for 14 yards on the first down. And Rackers in motion back to the right side, and there goes Brenden around the right side, and he gets turned upside down after he gains just a couple of yards on the play.
As we go under 10 minutes to go in the first half.
And Lackman in motion to the right. Bax looks to his right, wants to throw, now keeps it up the middle he goes, and I think he's going to have the first down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Falcons from the 9-yard line after a 4-yard gain by Tyler Bax. A pound on the bleachers here. It's a nice facility, a very large bleacher section down below us here on 3rd down and 9 as Bax going down the middle again. Has a man wide open. Touchdown! Falcons! Cooper Peters! Touchdown!
Cooper Peters on a catch from 9 yards out. You can hear the folks in the stands, the Falcon fans yelling, "Coop!"
Coop gets his touchdown as the Falcons get back on the scoreboard with 9:18 to play in the second quarter. The Falcons lead it by the score of 13-0.
Cooper Peters, number 30.
So Peters gets the touchdown. And here we go from the extra point. Holloway on, and he kicks it right through, and the Falcons increase their lead. 9:18 to play in the second quarter. The BLAIR OAKS Falcons leading the Liberty Eagles by the score of 14-0. And you're watching MidMoSports Online, continuing coverage of high school football. And it was 7-6 at halftime. Lamar with the lead, and then Mountain View Liberty scored on a drive early in the third quarter and hung on for the 12-7 win. On first down, Graham Toon hands to Parker Toon, and he's got running room out to the near side as Warren Davis jumps up to make the tackle. But Parker Toon is going to pick up the better part of 5 yards on the play. On first down and 10 now for Liberty from the 46-yard line. Graham Toon moves a man in motion. It's handed off and trying to get to the outside, and the Falcons are all over that one, and that young man isn't going to go anywhere as Luebbering buries into the mud. Kyle Roberts on the carry.
But I'll tell you what, Zane West made that play because the running back came around the edge, and Zane West was right there, stood his ground, and forced him back until the troops could arrive and help out. But they're only going to give him a loss of 1, but the Falcons pushed him back about 5 yards and then dropped him in the mud.
I realized that, yes, you can throw the ball in these conditions.
Well, it's not stopping BLAIR OAKS from trying it, that's for sure.
Graham Toon, here's another screen to Melby on the near side this time. Melby heads up the field, and the Falcons get to him, but he's going to get the first down again. Inside the Falcon 35, down to the 33-yard line. And it's going to be very close to a first down. I think they'll mark him at the 34, so a 9-yard gain, and they'll bring up now a second down and 1. 6:12 to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 14-0. Ball on the near hash mark for Liberty as they go from left to right. It's second down and 1. Rutledge will be in the backfield to the right of Graham Toon. Now Rutledge in motion off to the right side. Graham Toon looking to his right. Now back to his left. Here comes a rush, and Toon just gets rid of it in this. Take it out. And what are they going to rule? They're going to say an incomplete pass. The ball never got back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the pistol, Rutledge right behind two, and they move a man in motion. Now back to the left side. Now they hand off to Rutledge. Rutledge puts his head down. He's going to get the first down as Verslues submarined him right at the 33-yard line, but that's as far as they had to go, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Rutledge, the big running back. Parker Toon in motion. Graham Toon throws back to the right side. Has Melby, and he's going to be tackled after a short gain. Getting up there was Zane West.
Falcons did a much better job of reacting to that pass pattern.
And it was West coming out from his defensive end position because he followed the tackle out there. The tackle actually got out in front of the wide receiver at that point. West came with him and made the stop. Came up underneath and made the stop after a 2-yard gain. From the 31-yard line of BLAIR OAKS, Parker Toon into the backfield, and they hand off to Parker Toon, and he's got running room up the middle, and he's going to get the first down inside the 25, down to about the 22-yard line, and they'll mark him at the 23, but a gain of 8 yards on the play of the first down. And this has been a very impressive drive by Liberty. Toon, and here comes Parker Toon into the backfield from left to right, and he takes the handoff up the middle, trying to get to the outside, and he's got the corner turned, and the Falcons run him down. Wyatt Libbert made the tackle inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line and give him a gain of 5 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down and 5. On that, clock is running with 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 14-0.
It'd be nice if the Falcons could get a big sack or something, a big tackle for loss here, throw him back a little bit further.
3 receivers wide to the right side, single receiver left. Graham Toon rolling out to the right, looking to throw the football. He is still looking, and now he throws down the field. He has a man. It's intercepted by the Falcons. It was intercepted, and it is coming down with it against number 8, and that is Warren Davis. As I think Linhart got his hand on it, popped it up in the air, and Davis came down with it at the 10-yard line, returned it to the 14.
The receiver jumped up and got a hand on it, and it just popped upward.
First down and 10 for the Falcons from their own 14-yard line. As on first down, they fake the give around the left end, and here comes Bax up the middle, spins on him, a tackle to the 30, to the 35, 40, 45, 50, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds in Liberty territory, down at the 42-yard line. Tyler Bax keeps the ball up the middle and rambles. The Falcons now move Lackman across the formation to the right side. Bax goes back to pass. Sets, throws down the middle. His man wide open is Cooper Peters again. And he's got the first down as he gets slammed to the turf at the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the play from the 13-yard line, swing pass right side, and the Falcon man stumbles and gets a few yards on the play, and I think that was Rackers making the catch, but only a gain of about 2 yards. Second down and a long 8 for the Falcons from the 20-yard line of Liberty as Bax pump and go right side, throws down the sidelines, has a man, and it's going to be a touchdown! Falcons! Brady Dapkus into the end zone. From 20 yards out, the Falcons are back on the scoreboard with 1:46 to play in the second quarter. Brady Dapkus on the touchdown, and that was 86-yard drive. A minute 46 to go in the second quarter. BLAIR OAKS Falcons lead Liberty by the score of 20-0 on MidMoSportsOnline.com. Home sideline here. Falcons, several of them dressed in long coats, but some of them also just in their regular uniforms as it's third down and 7, and they hand off to Lackman on 3rd and long, and Lackman burrows up the middle. He got a couple of yards before he was turned back. Got out to about the 45-yard line, and the clock will expire here in the second second quarter of play. We're going to go to halftime, and the BLAIR OAKS Falcons are 1/2 away from the Class 2 Schulte Bowl as they lead the Liberty Eagles at halftime. BLAIR OAKS 20, Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We will return to Mountain View and Liberty High School.
Yeah! That's fun. Yeah, boy. I want the whole damn state to hear us. Yeah. Let's go, clap it up. Who wants some? We want some. Who wants some? We want some. Who wants some? We want some. Let's go get some. Yeah. Champions finish everything they do. They damn well finish second half. Oh, yeah.
18 yards on the ground, 46 in the air. That's 64 total yards for the Eagles in that first half. 132 on the ground, 99 in the air. That's 231 total yards of offense for the Falcons in that first half.
Rutledge getting ready to kick off, and here's the Kaden collision repair kickoff as Rutledge kicks it low along the ground, and it's picked up by one of the young men for the Falcons, and he spins out across the 45 up near the midfield stripe, and running it back was the senior Carson Sanning. So nice job by Carson as he took the bouncing ball and got it out at the 48-yard line.
Well, Liberty had problems with bouncing balls, trying to recover those for
first down and 10 for Bax. Moves Lackman into the backfield on first down. Swing pass left side goes to Dapkus. Single man screen as he comes up the line, and he's going to get inside Liberty territory down to about the 44-yard line. Nice gain there, a gain of 7 yards on first down.
You know, Nick, I think maybe outside of that touchdown catch from Brady Dapkus, every pass that he's caught today.
Liberty second down and 3. Bax moves Lackman across the formation. Bax back to pass, has all day. Now he rolls out to his right, throws, has a man. It's Lackman over at the 40 to the 35. Looks a man miss. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Rackers! Hayden Lackman, 44 yards for the touchdown.
And once again, after Hayden caught the ball and turned it up, there was Brenden Rackers about 5 yards down the field. He turned his man inside, and he put a great block on him to allow Hayden to get all the way down the field.
Falcons take a 26-0 lead. And Hayden Lackman and Dapkus having a good game here today, as you might suspect. The two seniors who missed out on last year's state championship run want to get back there again today.
That wouldn't take long, 46 seconds.
So it was a 44-yard touchdown pass and run. Bax on a 2-point conversion. They arch it into the end zone, and it's caught by Rackers in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Nice job by Brenden Rackers as he pulls it in, and the Falcons back on the scoreboard with 11:14 to go in the third quarter. It's BLAIR OAKS 28 and Mountain View Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Mountain View and the state semifinals after this timeout.
Let's go.
Quarterback Graham Toon, his jersey is spotless.
He pretty much has not been touched here this afternoon as Toon takes the snap and hands off to Rutledge. And check with that Smotherman, boy, he did hit as he got to the 50-yard line. Vander Halford lit him up as he got to the 49 of BLAIR OAKS, but 5 yards the hard way.
Smotherman, boy, he was rumbling and stumbling, and all of a sudden he stopped.
On second down and 5. Here's a quick swing pass to the right side, and it is Parker Toon, and he's wrapped up and wrestled out short of the first down inside BLAIR OAKS territory. They'll mark him out about the 47. Give him a gain of a yard. Nice play by Closser, who got him first, and then the rest of the cavalry arrived. And that includes Verslues on the tackle.
I just noticed something, Dick, that the quarterback, Graham Toon, after each play, he goes over the sideline and talks to the head coach at the end of plays, and then he runs them back in.
So it's third down and about 4 now. 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback, Toon, and Toon is going to hand off and piling up the middle and being short of the first down. It's going to be about a 4th and 2 as they hand it off. And number 44 with his first carry of the afternoon, Wyatt Cox, a sophomore. And this is a little guy that is close to the ground. I'd say he's about 5'8", but he goes about 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's another wide body. They got the running back. Now they're bringing in
fourth down and 2 from right in the middle of the field. They got a house backfield, and they got a heavy backfield. All the big men in the backfield, and the ball is dropped by the Toon, and Toon is going to dive up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down. He's short of the first down. He didn't get the first down. Reed Toon took the snap, wearing number 77, and he drove the ball up and he stopped at the 45-yard line, and the Falcons will get the ball back. On 1st and 10 for the Falcons, they hand off to no, it's Bax pulling it out of Rackers' belly, and Bax keeps the ball up the middle. It gets into Liberty territory, down at about the 49-yard line. On first down, Bax is going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. They'll bring up now 2nd down.
And of course, Falcons up 28-0 here. You know that Ted LePage likes to get that 35-point lead and get that clock running, the turbo clock. And here goes on the handoff around to Dapkus as he makes it around the end.
Dapkus on the fly sweep, and he's bumped out of bounds. 1st down and 10 for the Falcons. And Bax is going to throw the ball down the field. Has a man open. Lackman behind the secondary. Cuts it. Falcons! They've done it again, folks.
Hayden Lackman, you can stop him from if you're running the ball, but you're not going to stop him if he catches it. He's going to find a way into the end zone some way.
Back-to-back touchdown catches for Hayden Lackman, and the Falcons are nearing the turbo clock time. It's 35-0 Blair Oaks.
And that was a 38-yard pass, I believe.
Yep, 38 yards. So Jake Holloway on to attempt the extra point out of the hands of Sam Weber. Sophomore kicker getting ready. Long count. Ball comes back. Holloway kicks it. It's a low spinner that goes through. And with 8:11 to go in the 3rd quarter, start the turbo clock, fans. The Blair Oaks Falcons lead Liberty by the score of 35-0 on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Mountain View at Liberty High School after this timeout on MidMoSportsOnline.com. The Liberty Eagles by the score of 35-0, and that is your Tim Van Ronson attorney at law scoring drive cover at MidMoSportsOnline.com. And your Kemna collision repair kickoff return was brought back by Parker Toon, who ran all over the field, and the Falcons finally chased him out of bounds over about the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Dick, on the way down here, the way it was raining and all, if you would have told me that this early in the second half, Tyler Bax would have had 4 touchdown passes, I would have said, what are you smoking?
1st down and 10 as they hand off to Parker Toon, and he dives into the middle of the line and comes right back out again as the Falcons stack him up. The formerly white jerseys of the Falcons.
There's still a few out there with white ones. Not many, mainly the defensive backs.
Gage Leffert and Luebbering and West and everybody up there on the tackle of Parker Toon, and they give Toon again a couple yards on the play.
Warren Davis has a pretty clean jersey. He needs to make a diving tackle.
2nd down and about 8 as Toon, the quarterback, throws it to Melby on the tunnel screen left side, and the Falcons get him down. No gain on the play. A whole host of Falcons. My goodness, about 6 guys around the ball, and I believe it was Halford first.
Yeah, the Falcons came over and had a landslide to close down that tunnel.
And they actually gave him a gain of a yard on the play.
So with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, it's going to be a third and 8. They've got points here in the 3rd quarter.
From the 34, Graham Toon back to pass on 3rd and long. Throws down the middle. The pass is intercepted. And a great interception on the near sidelines on the 44-yard line. It's Sam Closser drove inside the receiver and intercepted the ball. And they say he did not catch it in track.
Oh, well, that'll bring up 4th down.
Great play anyways.
It was.
As it was a little turnout on the sidelines here, and Closser jumped the route.
Downs after his 2 catches in this half.
Dapkus in motion across the formation to the right. Makes one man miss in the backfield, trying to get to the outside, spinning his wheel, but there he goes. He gets the first down out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Brady Dapkus slipping and sliding, but he was able to pick up the better part of 10 yards in the first down.
Brady Dapkus making like the galloping ghost of old as he was just, they were grasping, but they couldn't get him.
From the 28-yard line on the far hash mark as Bax retreats into the shotgun. Moves Rackers across the motion from left to right, and there goes Brenden around the right side. He's got running room down the sidelines. He'll get another first down, and he's knocked out of bounds across the 40 at the 42-yard line. Give him a 14-yard gain and a first down for Brenden Rackers.
They've got a lot of hands on their knees and on their hips and stuff like that. They look like they're starting to get a little gassed.
And Bax on first down, runs to his right, throws a pass out to the right sidelines to Dapkus. He's bounced out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Give him a gain of 6 yards on the pass from Bax to Dapkus. Third quarter of play, Falcons 35, Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. As they hand off to Lackman, and Lackman cuts up the field. He's got the first down inside Liberty territory, down to the 43-yard line. And a gain of 9 yards and a first down for Hayden Lackman, his best run of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was.
So he's up to 25 yards rushing on 8 carries. And down in 2, they move Lackman across the formation to the right as Bax keeps it up the middle. He's got the first down as he dives forward and gets to the 30-yard line. And a gain of 5 yards on first down.
And that's going to end the third quarter.
Tyler Bax now with 125 yards rushing on 15 carries. And we come to the end of 3 here in Mountain View. And it's all BLAIR OAKS. It's the BLAIR OAKS Falcons 35. And Liberty of Mountain View nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. Will return to Mountain View and the state semifinals after this timeout on MidMoSportsOnline.com. Liberty Stadium here in Mountain View, Missouri. Right off the end of the runway of the local airport. Bax throwing the ball deep, has a man down the middle. Cooper Peters again, inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. He got hammered after he caught it, but he hung on, and he's going to pick up 22 yards on the play.
As we said, Cooper Peters kind of disappeared in the offense for a few weeks, but he was hot in the first half of the season, but last couple games he's reappeared.
And he's just a junior, and he's headed off to the sidelines. I mean, he got hammered after he caught that ball, but he hung on. Lackman moves into the backfield to the left of Bax, and there goes Hayden up the middle. And he gets us to the outside, to the 5, inside the 5, runs over, touchdown!
It wouldn't be a Falcon game if Hayden Lackman didn't run over somebody at the 5-yard line. That's 3 touchdowns in this half for Hayden Lackman. I said he was going to come on strong.
That's his second rushing touchdown of the afternoon, and the Falcons are up 41-0.
Hayden Lackman from
8 yards out.
8 yards, okay.
So Lackman goes into the end zone. Jake Holloway on to attempt the extra point. Falcons have 41 points. As the snap is high, Weber gets it down. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 11:07 to play in the fourth quarter. It's BLAIR OAKS 42, Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. We'll return to Liberty High School in Mountain View, Missouri after this timeout. You're watching BLAIR OAKS Falcons football on Misha TV, being brought to you by Jake Van Ronselen, Shield of Shelter Insurance. And on first down, they hand off up the middle, and diving forward is Hayden Lackman. Gets to about the 20-yard line. Give Lackman a gain of 4 yards on the play.
And in the other classic semifinal, the Nixa Eagles, this says it's in the first quarter, but it is 24-0 over Pattonville. And if that's in the first quarter.
As Lackman comes into the backfield, lines up behind Bax, and Hayden gets hit in the backfield while Bax runs it around the left side of the 25, gets a block to the 30, and scoots out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He's got the first down. It's going to be an 11-yard gain, and it was Sam Weber over there on the block for the Falcons. Fourth down for the Falcons, 39-yard line.
Go! Somebody jump offside!
And looks it over, and he's going to let the play clock run down. And the Falcons will take the timeout to get the punt team on the field. Backfield with 2 running backs behind Toon, and Toon dropped the football as he was waiting for his tailback to come get it, and then he picked it up and handed it off. And we'll see who carried the football in there for Liberty, and it's number 44, and that is Wyatt Cox. And Cox got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. Second down and 10, they hand off, and once again Cox tiptoes his way to the line of scrimmage, and now he pulls.
Yeah, he's bull moosing his way through. Yeah, the BLAIR OAKS coaches, they're happy because there are only two or three guys in there. They don't have to squeeze in with 4 guys.
The third down and about 5 now for Liberty as we go under a minute 15 to play in the ball game.
And we're at 10 seconds on the play clock, and Liberty is taking their time.
And 2 running backs to the left of the quarterback, Graham Toon. Tandem receivers to the right, single receiver left. Graham Toon throws it underneath. Here is the screen. And the Falcons wrap up the man and pull him down after a very short gain. It was Kyle Roberts. And the Falcons had it by the leg, and then the rest of the Falcons came over and helped out Verslues. Halford, I mean, that's been the thing about the Falcons today. Every time that somebody's gotten the ball, there's been 8 or 9 Falcons around.
That particular play was very successful early in the game. They got some good yardage out of it. I said the Falcons need to figure it out, and they did. And they just got when they saw into them down the road in the next few years.
As they hand off, and Rutledge, the senior, gets his last carry as a high school running back, and he stopped well short of the first down on 4th down.
And that's good.
And that will do it. The BLAIR OAKS Falcons are going to win here this afternoon as they take out the Liberty Eagles by the final score of 42-0. The BLAIR OAKS Falcons will now move on. They're a perfect 13-0 as Liberty finishes their season at 10-3. Falcons next week will go to Missouri Western University for the Class 2 state championship game, the Show Me Bowl at Missouri Western University, and the BLAIR OAKS Falcons will take on the St. Pius X. As the BLAIR OAKS Falcons go for their 3rd state championship in 4 years, they're 7th overall in high school football here in the state of Missouri. Final score once again, BLAIR OAKS 42 and Mountain View Liberty nothing on MidMoSportsOnline.com. And I will return after this timeout on Misha TV, being brought to you by Jake Frost, Schulte Shelter Insurance in Jefferson City. We'll return to Mountain View after this timeout.